All right, welcome back to episode
22
of the New Comic Fans podcast.
We're back, better than ever. Are we better than ever?
I don't know, are we?
I'm going to say we are. I mean, you only get better with age, right? And we've done this for 22 times, so
But we're still zero.
We've aged, though.
We're still zero.
It's like I'm older today than I was yesterday. It's like the same thing with the show.
That's true. It is older than it was yesterday.
See, we've gotten better.
Do we have more downloads since yesterday?
We do. As of today.
So, no trivia this week. This has been a busy week with Thanksgiving and everything for both of us. So, no trivia. So, we're going to talk about the 6 comic book movies that we watched during the year. There was one we didn't watch. There was 7 comic book movies altogether during the year. But we did not watch X-Men Apocalypse, which we probably will try to check it out before too long.
Yeah, we'll need to watch probably majority of the X-Men movies, at least the Wolverine ones before Logan comes out.
Yeah, there's only 2 of those though.
Yeah, those.
But there is I did hear that they're supposed to be rebooting the X-Men universe.
Oh, really?
Maybe after Logan, yeah.
I have been seeing something on TV. I don't know. I thought it was just like a random TV show. It's a commercial for something called Legion.
Yeah,
and
I think that's
is that because they said he's the most powerful mutant, and I was like, is that X-Men? Because the circle's got an X in it, like the X-Men. So I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's on Fox, right?
I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I mean, I watch quite a bit, but
You watch more than anyone I know.
what?
Yes.
I only have like 5 shows.
You said you DVR like 18 shows every day.
Well, I don't DVR.
You said you watched them.
I don't watch 18 shows every day. I can record up to like 20 shows a day. There's a huge difference. Huge difference. Or 20 shows at a time.
Yeah, it's the it says it's Marvel, based on the Marvel comic characters of the same name.
Okay, so it is.
It's on FX.
It is, I'm going to say X-Men related. I'm curious, because if he's the most powerful mutant, I thought that was Apocalypse. Why wasn't he in X-Men Apocalypse? Or maybe he was. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, so.
Oh. I don't know. The previews look kind of weird. It's like he's in an insane asylum. And they're like, do you still hear the voices? And then it like cuts where he's like doing all kinds of crazy things. And he's like, no. Like, is that the correct answer? That poor guy.
With the question mark, no?
Yeah. It's always got to be with a question mark.
Oh, Iron Fist?
What? When's that coming out?
They got a new poster for it, looks like.
Does it show a fist made of iron? Like the Man in the Iron Mask with Leonardo DiCaprio?
His hand's glowing.
Oh.
That's pretty sweet.
Pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much. That's pretty awesome. That's a pretty awesome picture.
Yeah, I can dig it.
When does it come out? March, right?
Yeah. You ready for it? You ready for watching that one?
I'm excited because I know it'll be good.
Is that the next Netflix series?
Yes.
I mean, not necessarily like newest one, but the next season that comes out.
Yes.
Okay.
Iron Fist, then the Defenders, maybe. Then
Jessica Jones?
Punisher.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, how come Punisher doesn't have his own show yet? I mean, he's going to, but why doesn't he have one yet?
Well, he was in a show this year. He was pretty much the second main person.
Oh.
You haven't seen Daredevil?
Nah, I've tried to watch it. I've got maybe like 3 or 4 episodes in, and
you're gonna have to watch Daredevil.
It's like it's killing me, man.
It's a really good show.
I'll take your word for it. The only thing good about it so far is the chick from True Blood.
No.
Yeah.
Daredevil's better.
Yeah.
And Night Nurse.
Yeah, and she's a redhead, and I don't like redheads, so that's saying a lot for the show.
I like Night Nurse.
What's her name again?
Cool. Kara. No, not Kara.
Cara Devine?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember what her name is in the show.
Maribel. No. It's worth a shot. What's her name? You Googling it? You looking this up real quick? For the people?
For the peeps.
Unless y'all know her name, and then you can scream at us. And
Claire
we'll hear
Temple.
you. See, Claire Temple. See, they told us.
Claire Temple. I could not remember her name. I usually don't forget her because she's one of my favorite characters.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
I think she's the only character that's been in every Marvel series so far.
So she's got to be an Iron Fist, right? She has to be.
I don't know where Iron Fist takes place. If it doesn't take place in New York, then probably not.
I would assume it does. I mean, so far everything else has. I would maybe not at the start. It'll probably start in like Tibet or something.
Where?
Tibet.
Is it cold there?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know that or are you guessing?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
That's Tibetan monks. Come on now. I know my monks.
Well, you do?
Yeah, TV
What can
show
you tell
monk.
us about them?
They wear robes.
Whoa, now don't say anything.
Spoilers. Spoilers. They're bald.
Are they all bald?
Yep, every single one of them. Even Iron Fist.
He's not bald.
Oh, he left the monastery,
He's
so
not even close to being bald. He's
So
got
it's fine
facial
then.
hair.
so it's fine. Once you leave the monastery, you can do what you want. That's how it works.
So like we said, we're going to go over the... You know, we can go ahead and... There's been a few... Well, you haven't seen all of them, so never mind. We can't do that.
All
So
of what?
The Marvel series. We can rate them as well, but you hadn't seen them all, so...
I'll know where I'll rate Daredevil, so it's fine.
No, you don't know, because this gets really good.
Well, I
Story's
can't
really good.
judge a season 2 because none of the other series have a season 2. So I wouldn't feel fair judging Daredevil off of 2 seasons and everybody else off 1 season.
We wouldn't be we'd be judging it off of the movies that came out in 2016 or series,
Oh,
not off of the whole thing.
gotcha.
Which are just like Agents of Shield, Agent Carter.
Hype for a show got canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
rest in peace.
that chick's had a rough luck. Her new show has already got canceled.
Maybe she was a bad actress.
I guess.
Maybe she
I don't
picks crappy shows.
That's probably up there.
I don't think that Peggy or what was it called? Was it called Agent Carter?
Agent Carter, yeah.
I don't think it was planned on being a long-running show anyway. I wouldn't think so. Because wasn't it set back in... I didn't watch it, but...
Yeah, in like the 40s,
Yeah.
World War II time.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Captain America.
Yeah, because
World War One, whichever one it was.
he was only in World War One for a brief point, which you saw in the movie.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, World War One.
he's frozen.
I knew that.
World War Two, let's get it right. World War One is Wonder Woman. I don't know how you don't know this yet.
He was in the World War, that's all I know. And that's all that matters.
He was fighting on the opposite side as Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Wonder Woman was anti-America.
Well, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
She was on the German side.
I don't think she was.
Her and Red Skull were buddies.
I don't think she would agree with that.
She woke up in bed with Hitler.
Whoa.
Too far?
That's how she got so powerful.
Yeah. So we're going to start. We'll just kind of briefly run through these movies because we've seen all of them except for X-Men, like we said. Wait, you did see them, right?
I've actually seen all these movies. I'm proud of myself. I've seen 6 movies this year, at least.
So we're going to go ahead and run through these. And I need to be able to see myself talking on the screen. So let me readjust.
Conceited much? I need to see what my voice sounds like. Or looks like.
I just noticed we're both in the same track. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's how it always is, man.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Normally it's on our other TV, our other computer screen.
Man, how many computer screens we got?
We had 6. Now we're down to 4. And 2 of them don't work.
Had to downgrade. I mean, they work fine. They just need to be plugged in.
They don't work as properly as currently installed.
They don't work currently.
So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into... the first movie of the year was Deadpool, as you may remember.
Yeah, it's got Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yeah, it does have Ryan Reynolds. He plays Deadpool.
A couple of X-Men.
Couple X-Men.
Anybody else?
Yes, it has Francis in it.
Who's Francis?
I thought you saw the movie.
I didn't see it. What's his other name?
You tell me what his other name
No,
is.
I'm asking you.
Did you know his name was Francis?
Yeah, don't call me Francis. Because he says lighten up Francis. That's a different movie altogether. It's okay.
He pulls it out of his dry cleaning shirt.
You know what Lighten Up Francis is from?
No.
Oh.
Do you know what it's from?
I do.
Cool.
I can't think of his name right now. It was an old school. I think it's got Bill Murray and it's the army movies. Dang it, they like
MASH.
no.
MASH 2.
I definitely don't watch any MASH.
MASH 3.
I can't think of what it's called.
MASH Forever.
They like because they go into the military and then they're like the
MASH making a comeback.
The jack around guys. Dadgummit, it's gonna bug the heck out of me because I can't remember what it's freaking
We're
called.
gonna sit here awkwardly while you figure it
No,
out.
we're not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look it
Let's
up.
sit here awkwardly and just let you
All
look
right.
it up.
So Deadpool. What was those box office numbers?
No, you didn't tell me what Francis's name was.
You didn't tell me. I asked you.
I know what it is.
I asked you what his name
I'll type
was.
it. I'll write it on the piece of paper.
All right.
Let's see if you get it right.
All right. Well, I'm about to get it right because I'm also looking that up too.
So you don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
It's Ajax.
Oh. Why'd they call him Ajax?
Off of the comic cleaner.
Oh.
The off-brand. That was a joke in the movie, I think.
I could see that. I could see that being a joke in the movie. It was a really good movie. I mean, I watched it, and with it being...
It was an okay movie. Let's pump the brakes there.
We'll get to your rating here in a second.
It was an okay movie.
Overall.
It was an exciting time. You got to separate excitement from how good the movie was. It was exciting for Deadpool to be on the screen, but as far as the movie goes, it was a typical...
Ryan Reynolds movie?
No, it was a typical origin story that was had a pretty weak story. The entire movie takes place almost on the bridge.
What?
Yes.
What?
Because it's a flashback scene.
What do you mean almost the entire movie?
Yeah, he's flashing back from the bridge the entire first hour of the movie.
Oh, he's on the bridge for about the first hour of the movie, but it's not. The movie doesn't take place in entirety on the bridge.
Yes, it does, because you can't take place in the past. You can only take place in the present.
so the Wonder Woman movie is going to take place in...
We don't know if it's a flashback yet.
It's got to be a flashback.
We don't know that.
It has to be.
We don't know that.
It has to be. So based off of your merit, Wonder Woman's going to be an average movie.
I don't think it's going to be that good.
So okay. There you go. You just don't like good movies.
You really think Deadpool was good, or do you think it was exciting?
I think Deadpool was a good movie because it meets a lot of my criteria. It had action, and it was hilarious.
It was okay, funny.
It was hilarious.
I laughed the first time, second time didn't laugh.
I only watched it once, and it was hilarious.
If you watched it more than once, it's not as funny.
I'd probably still laugh. Just because I like funny stuff.
I do too. I like funny stuff too.
That's why I think Guardians of the Galaxy is a better rated movie than you do. It's like, because to me, I was in my living room laughing my butt off watching that movie.
I didn't think it was that funny.
See?
Maybe I have a good sense of humor.
Maybe you just don't like funny movies.
Maybe if I went back and watched Guardians of the Galaxy again, which I did, I can't remember it that well though. But maybe I would like it better. But this is more of a comedy Deadpool than it is a story for like X-Men or Marvel.
I can see that.
And ball jokes and stuff like that. That's funny in a comedy. If it would have been South Park, Family Guy, something like that, then it would have been hilarious. But in that movie, it's not as funny.
I think that just ties into his character, though.
I don't think that's his character, though. In any of the comics, is he known for being that way?
He's
known for
he's a vulgar dude.
But not the same way he was in the movie.
I don't know. I can't say I've read all of the Deadpool comics.
Because he's like a really good... the best description I heard this actually... I think it was last week, maybe week before last. Best description, Deadpool. He's a good side character, but as far as carrying a story on his own in the comics, it's hard to do because he gets really annoying with him talking with the way he is talking to, poking fun at the characters and stuff like that. Which is why with Colossus and Negasonic Teenager, some of the best parts in that movie was when them three were acting together. When it wasn't them three on the screen, it was okay funny. When it was him growing up or going back with his girl, it wasn't as funny. But when he was with them three, his character was more funny and more, I guess you could say, relatable. Except it's not really.
I think more of that was his character hadn't developed in those pre-stages. Now, whenever he was with the other characters, the X-Men characters, he was already Deadpool. He had already become accustomed to his situation enough to have at it. Whereas before, he was just like a random mercenary guy. Like nothing super special about him.
But I didn't think his funny comments were funny at that point. Is what I'm saying.
Is it because he wasn't in the suit?
No, I don't think so. I just think his banter, like the opening scene.
Calm down.
Whoa. The opening scene where he's talking, or not the opening scene, but when he's talking to the guy with the pizza box.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't that funny.
You didn't think that was funny?
It was okay.
That was hilarious.
But whenever you see, whenever he's waiting for Negasonic Teens to go through texting, that scene there was, that whole bit there was funny.
Okay.
So, but so far, I guess we can rank it.
Well, based off the box office numbers,
760 million, yeah.
760 million. Now, you think that's pretty good for a comic book movie, or is that about average?
It's probably going to end up being the fourth highest on our list. So
okay, and then its overall rating. We're gonna probably use like Rotten Tomatoes.
We're using Rotten Tomatoes. It's got 84%.
Okay,
but I think a lot of that, like I said, is the hype for Deadpool being a movie,
and it being the first rated R,
right?
Marvel movie or comic book movie. Let's put it that way.
Well, Watchmen was rated R also.
I was like, was any of the Wolverine movies rated R?
Not the first one. The next one will be.
Okay. So Deadpool set precedence for rated R movies. Is that what you're saying?
No, the Watchmen did.
Oh yeah, because they had nudity, didn't it?
Yeah, male nudity. I think. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I haven't seen it. If you'd be surprised, if anybody watches the show or listens to the show, you wouldn't be surprised.
We gotta start watching some of these movies. I don't remember a lot of the Watchmen, but it was okay. It was an okay movie. I would probably watch it again.
I heard it was rather long, and then it was a whole bunch of characters nobody really knew. So
I agree with a whole bunch of characters no one really knew. But as far as if it was long, I don't know if it'd be long compared to
Titanic, Avatar.
Well, compared to these movies, I mean, this one was 3 hours long, the ultimate cut.
Oh, it didn't seem that long. It
was 2.5.
Okay.
Let's see how long it was.
How long was it? What's it gonna say? 3 hours and 35 minutes. Golly.
Okay, then it was really long. I don't remember it being that long.
Oh, so it was a good movie.
It was okay.
Because if any time you're watching a movie and you have time to stop and look at your watch or your phone or whatever you keep your time on, like some sundial or whatever, right, then that's not a good sign for a movie.
Zack Snyder directed it.
And he's the one that's been in charge of all the DC movies, right?
Yes.
Like he's done the Batman, he's going to do Justice
Watchmen
League.
Is DC also, right? Is it not Watchmen? I mean, is it not DC?
I don't know. I thought it was on its own. I thought it was one of those series where it wasn't necessarily one or the other. But, once again, I've never seen it, so... Oh, nope. Right there. Bam. DC Comics.
DC Comics.
All right, then.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Watchmen is DC related.
2009.
So, what's your take on Deadpool? What would you rank it based off of our little list here?
Well, this is the first movie, so
it'd be number one. Oh,
until we get to another movie. It was okay. The first time I saw it, it was better. The more times I've seen it, I think I've seen it 3 or 4 times now. I would say that's probably why my excitement for it's gone way down. Is you still remember from the first time,
right?
That's like the movies that you see multiple times, unless it's a really good movie. Unless it's something you really enjoy, it's probably not going to stay the same merit. You need to borrow. I got Deadpool on Blu-ray. Take it home and watch it tonight.
Yeah, because I've seen all the movies on our list once.
Take it home, watch it tonight, and see how you feel about it tomorrow. And then in a week, watch it again.
Maybe.
And see if it's still...
It'll still be up there. It's still a good movie. I mean, it's no basketball, but it's still a good movie.
It was an okay movie.
See, like basketball, like you're saying, the more times I watch it, it's still funny every time I watch it. Every time.
I feel the same way about We're the Millers.
Yeah, see? We're good.
But Deadpool was not the same. Like, in fact, I don't know that I could sit through it again.
Dang. You have to get some popcorn, take a nap.
Yeah, the third or fourth time I watched it, it was like pretty pretty. Well, actually, when I went and saw it with you.
So it was just the company you were with, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because it was the third time I watched it with you. I don't remember who I watched it with the first 2 times.
Other friends.
And it was pretty rough sitting through it the third time with you.
Because I don't have any other friends.
Yeah. All right, so next movie on our list is Batman vs. Superman.
I actually saw this trending on Twitter this past weekend.
You only got to see the Ultimate Edition, so you didn't have to suffer through.
So I get to see the greatness that was Batman vs. Superman.
Let's rephrase greatness. And
it was a decent movie. Now, to me personally, I didn't really care for the villain. I don't like stupid looking characters in general. And to me,
are you talking about
Doomsday?
Oh, okay.
Looked ridiculously dumb, and to me that helps ruin the movie.
But does he not? You don't think he looked at least close to comic book accurate?
No.
Do you know what Doomsday looks like?
Yeah. He's got spikes.
As he gets hurt.
Right. Yeah, I just wasn't overall impressed with it. Like,
you can turn that monitor if you need to.
No, I'm good. I'll just peek around my mic. Just talk around.
I can't reach it to turn it.
Do like a little ASMR, go from side to side, see if anybody notices. We're gonna start a new Comic Fans ASMR channel.
So this is him in the comic books right here.
We'll just whisper a little bit into the microphone.
Look, are you looking?
I'm looking. All right.
You got these here. And look at this here as he's getting hurt.
Maybe it was just his face. Like, I don't know. Like, in the comics, the dude looks like a bad A. Like, he looks like he's going to destroy the world. And in the movie, he was less like...
I agree. He looked less... Here's a good side-by-side. Except his eyes aren't glowing there like they are in this one.
Yeah, he just didn't... To me, he just didn't look as ominous. And he's like a huge character in the comics. And he's done and gone in one movie. It's like...
Yeah, but it had to be that way.
Yeah, unless he comes back.
Because he's not... Is his character one that would talk and come up with a scheming plan?
Yes.
He is?
Yes. He's Doomsday. He's got to. Like, you can't have a one-off villain to finish off one comic book. That would make no sense for him to be the arch enemy of Superman. Like...
Well, I don't know that he's the arch enemy, is he?
He's one of the main villains for Danger. He's one of the
ones that killed him, but I didn't think there was any way he could survive. No way he survives.
Yeah, so that part just bugged me.
If they wouldn't have killed him, what would have happened? He was just going to run wild all over the city?
Yes.
And you're okay with the movie
ending?
No,
or throw him out into space and then like 10 years later he comes back or something. I don't know, some generic comic book movie. Superman 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Or make the world go backwards?
Yeah, or just Superman can fly around the world, everything's fine. Maybe Batman will do that in Justice League, and Superman will come back to life.
Well, we know Superman's coming back to life. We know that's happening.
Yeah, it has to for Justice League, but how? That's what I'm saying. I'm explaining the how right now. World first. Batman flies around the world in reverse.
But Batman can't fly.
He can in his jet. He's rich. He can build his own spaceship. He's good.
There's no way they can do that again.
So, another random thought. Justice League. They are stationed in a space station most of the time.
In the movie?
In the comics and TV shows and stuff like that. Like, that's their base, is a space station.
I thought they were at the...
Justice League of America?
No, I thought they were at the Fortress of Solitude.
No, that's Superman.
I know he's there.
No, he's not going to show everybody where his solitude is, then he wouldn't get any solitude.
Okay.
That's his time to be alone. I mean, they know where it is, but that's his time to be alone. So, how do they get in space? Is that going to be in the new Justice League movie? I know we're getting way off topic here, but...
we don't know where that... It's going to be set in space. I'm betting it's not set in space.
Well, it has to eventually.
Why does it have to?
Because that's what the comics say.
But I don't think...
And the cartoons.
There's not a comic wrote about the Deadpool movie we just had.
Right.
I don't even know if his origin story in any of the comic books is the same way.
Right.
So it doesn't have to follow the comic books.
I'm going to be disappointed if there's no space station.
I won't be disappointed if there's a space station.
Oh.
So one of us is going to be disappointed.
Batman vs. Superman, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. Granted, like you said, all I saw was the polished version.
Right. Yeah, that one was definitely better.
So I thought it was fairly decent.
It was good. the Batman Superman fight seems kind of weak.
Yeah.
In the sense that he falls for the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Superman's dumb, apparently.
It was either Batman or his mom. I mean, he was filled with rage. He had to protect his mom.
So.
Martha.
But I enjoyed it, though. I thought it was an okay movie. It was better than Superman 1, which I also saw last week.
You need to watch 2, 3, and 4.
There's no way.
They only get worse. So you have to watch it.
No way.
You have to suffer through it.
All right, next on our list is Civil War, which I know was probably your favorite movie of the year.
Okay.
It was probably one of our favorite movies.
Did we talk about Batman vs. Superman box office and Metacritic or whatever, Rotten Tomatoes?
Box office is 872.7 and 27%.
Man.
But it was the second highest grossing movie on this list.
Which is crazy because it got destroyed in the reviews.
Not as bad as Suicide Squad, but we'll get there.
Well, I mean, to make that much money and we get that bad of a rating.
I think it just depends on who rates them. I think sometimes people just want to hate. Because it was an okay movie. I mean, I'll go ahead and say this. If I'm being critical, it's because I'm comparing it to other comic book movies. But overall, these movies all came out in a year on their own. All these movies, to me, would be great movies.
Okay.
But comparing them to other comic book movies and having other things to compare them to, then
Like other years of Marvel movies that have
Right.
set precedents for everything else.
right.
Okay.
So Civil War, I think we've talked in length about Civil War multiple times.
Yeah. Eh.
Yeah, this is by far the best movie of the year, hands down. I mean, the box office even says it.
Out of these,
$1.1 billion. 1.132 to be exact.
out of those 3 movies, it's second. It just didn't impress me that much.
I don't understand how you could say it didn't impress you.
It just really didn't.
You had Captain America and Iron Man fighting each other.
Right. I don't know. It just, like I said, I like more comedy. The funniest parts of the movie was whenever he was talking with Spider-Man or when Spider-Man was on the screen.
Yeah, but these aren't supposed to be funny.
I know, but that's what I like.
I mean, even the comic books we read, there's Civil War 2. How many funny parts has been in it? 0.
Like 7.
Name them.
Hulk dies. That was funny.
That was not funny.
It wasn't funny to you. He got shot with an arrow
Okay, what's your
in
point?
the head.
Did he get shot in the head?
Yeah. It exploded.
Oh.
I'm just making that up, sir.
I don't think he got shot in the head.
I don't know. There's bound to have been some funny parts, but I like comedies. Like, that's just the way it is. The storyline was, well, to me, this storyline was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Which part of it?
Exactly. There was like 4 different stories going on.
There was 2.
There was the main story, which was Sokovia Accords, them button heads about being held accountable. And then there's also a random side story about this dude bringing back other super soldiers, but he didn't want to. He just wanted them to fight. I'm like, what? What?
But it was the first time. What was good about this is the first time that there was a villain that knew he could not go up against the Avengers and win. So his goal was to make them kill each other under any means necessary to get back at them, because he could not himself do anything about it. And
Right.
the fact that he succeeded.
I don't know. I just didn't dig it.
Because that's like a scarier villain. Like Ultron, you can see him. They didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
You know how long he had to plot and plan to get this to work out just right?
It didn't take long, because from the time the Sokovia thing happened to that movie was like, what, a year maybe? Maybe?
So this movie took place?
Yeah. Because he said that he was there when that happened with Ultron.
Yeah, I don't know how long it was though.
So it's like, that's... I could see how the build up from everybody else that had lost somebody, like when the mom comes up and talks to Tony Stark and is like,
That was the same thing.
yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
But I mean, like, I could see how it was kind of back building in their minds that, hey, or some of their minds, we need to be held responsible for this. And at the same time, we're doing good.
I don't think that they were called the Sokovia Accords, but I think like the breaking point was the opening action scene. When they end up blowing up all those people dying in, I can't remember where they were at, Uganda or wherever it was.
Mm-hmm.
When they end up all blowing up those people and they all die, I think that was like, okay, we got to have something. Something's got to take place here.
Yeah, because like you helped prevent something from happening, but it wasn't happening yet. So, in the same aspect, you killed people, so was it really worth it? Type situation. I mean, it's like the comic books all over again.
Right, and then the next part is that they blow up the signing event, whatever that was.
At the UN.
Yes.
Yeah.
They blow that up, and then Winter Soldier is on the run because they tried to frame him. And so now Captain America is trying to help him escape and is on national TV helping a wanted fugitive that is at first believed to have done that. And even if he didn't, there's no way that Captain America knew he didn't do it.
Right.
And he was trying to help him escape.
Well, I think it was more of a let's bring him in instead of a kill order. Because it was a kill order,
but I don't think he was trying to bring him in either. Because until they get stopped, there's no by War Machine. There was really no.
Well, there was no time for them to discuss it. It was run for our lives because we're getting hunted down by the Black Panther. Like, that's literally what it was. We're getting hunted down, then they got him, and then the Baron Zemo broke him out, and it was like, all right, now we're back on the chase again. It's like, well, we need to take him out. No, we need to bring him in. It's like that whole situation. I think it was more of a justice wasn't served fairly in the eyes of Captain America, whereas everybody else thought, well, he deserves it.
You don't think he did deserve it?
I think he had done enough in his life where he probably did, but I mean, everybody wanted retribution, but at the same time, he was innocent. So that would have been...
He was innocent from that one.
Yeah, but I mean, that would have been an unjust cause. You can't...
No, you're right. It's not fair to put that blame on him. But also, if he pretty much was responsible for the Washington D.C.
Yeah.
So.
But he was also brainwashed.
Okay.
That's gotta give him some kind of leeway.
Okay. I mean, I get it that he was brainwashed. It wasn't him, but nonetheless, doesn't make those people any less dead. And we can't get too much into this because we had a really
yes, we can.
We had a really good podcast about this, discussing it.
Yeah, so make sure
we were on definitely different sides on this.
Yeah, make sure you go check that one out. I think it was like episode 8, maybe. It was super early on.
No, it wasn't that early on. It was in September.
September or October? November, December, January, February.
But anyway, we'll get back to that. We both enjoyed the movie. Well, apparently Josh did not like it as much as...
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, so we'll move on. TMNT 2.
I actually had to watch the first one like the day before, or like the couple of days before this one, because I hadn't seen it. I know that was one of our podcasts when we first started I hadn't seen it because I just didn't have time to watch a whole bunch of movies.
Right.
And I had to play catch up, which I have with almost everything. So I caught up to that one, went and watched TMNT 2. I personally, I'm still not 100% sold on the giant turtles, like the way they look, but I'm also extremely biased compared to the original turtles from my youth.
Right. Yeah, I think it's definitely, if you look at the movie and in the cartoon, they're definitely smaller in the cartoon and the original movie. I don't know how much smaller they are.
I think to me they should be about the size of a person. They shouldn't be like 8 feet tall.
Yeah, they were a little bit tall, and they dialed it back a little bit in the second movie. They're not quite as big as they were in the first movie. But Shredder was also bigger because, I mean, Shredder wasn't really much bigger than them in the original movies until he became Super Shredder.
Right.
So
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie. Like I enjoyed. You want to go first? Fine, go
I'm
first.
over the size of them. I can live with how big they made them if it gets us more turtle movies. I don't necessarily support it, but I can live with it if it gets us another turtle movie.
Okay.
We sure can't go back to the way they were in the 90s. I mean,
that wouldn't even look right now compared to those two.
Right.
The two movies. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a pretty good movie. The storyline bugged me. I mean, we also did a review over this on one of our podcasts. Podcast, not podcast. Where we talked about it. The good and the bad. It was a decent movie. I mean, I would definitely watch it again.
I have watched it again.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Some of the story aspects I was annoyed by, and I said that on the podcast. It was just kind of like, to me, it was too much setup, not enough delivery for me.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a setup movie. This should have been the first one, is what I said in the podcast. They lead off with this one, then the second movie could be something where we see more of Krang, Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, and all that. But for me, and not like I told Josh in the first movie, I mean in the first podcast when we talked about it, is that you got to remember this is a kids movie that they made for kids. It's not going to be a real in-depth story. Like Captain America: Civil War was a really in-depth story, I felt like, from start to finish. But it also had the action scenes that kids want to see.
Well, I mean, like the parts that bugged me was Shredder is a super big villain in the Turtle universe. Like, to me, he is. He's like one of the main villains. And in the movie, he was just like a sub character. I mean, Bebop and Rocksteady played a bigger role than he did, and it's like,
and that's how it was in the show, though.
I know they were always the goons that were out and interacting with him. You saw Shredder kind of behind the scenes, but I mean, he's too big of a character to have like 0 lines through the movie and do very little until the end. It's like, come on, man.
He didn't do a lot, but do you remember the first movie?
No.
There's only one fight scene between the very first Ninja Turtles back in the 90s, 89, 90.
Oh, okay.
There's only one fight scene between the Turtles and Shredder that I remember, and it's the last one when Splinter ends up saving them. Shredder wasn't real involved with the Turtles back then either, or even in the second one. And in the third movie, he wasn't even in it.
Well, to me, he was the more, like, guiding the troops. And I understand that, too, because he had plenty of screen time where he did enough to propel what I would call his business to the front runner, and the Turtles were against that. So when it came necessary for him to step up and do something about it, he did. Whereas this one, it necessarily wasn't like that. It wasn't more of a, hey, I need to take care of what's mine. It was, whatever.
Well, but I think he'd already lost to the Turtles, like, because we saw that. In the first movie, so he needed help, and I still don't think that he was gonna. Well, he didn't have the ooze at whenever he went into the other dimension,
right?
So he thought that was his ticket to get some help to take care of the 4 brothers, because that's the deal he makes, is that if he helps Krang, he wants Krang to help him get rid of these 4 brothers, and that's what he's consumed with, and that relates right back to the TV show and how bad he wants to get rid of the Turtles.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I liked it a lot better than the first one. Hands down better than the movie. Bebop, Rocksteady, they were hilarious in this movie. Their interactions with the Turtles, very funny.
Yeah, they definitely stole the show, I would say. I mean, even with April O'Neil / Megan Fox taking a bigger role in this one, I still don't like the camera guy.
I don't think she took it. I think she took a step back.
Really?
From the first one. The first one was more like an April O'Neil story with the Turtles in it. This one, she took a step back. Casey Jones was
not even needed and warranted in this movie. A waste of a character.
I think it was a good way to develop him.
Because once again, I'm stuck to how they originally looked. Like, he's supposed to wear a hockey mask. He does it for like 10 seconds. I know you get him in the movie because of his face. He's gonna bring the ladies in. He's gonna make the moms happy.
So was you okay without Will Smith wearing the Deadshot mask?
I didn't grow up watching Deadshot on TV.
But still, that's comic book.
I mean, whenever it's necessary, it makes sense. Like, whenever he needs to wear the mask, that makes sense. But if he's just walking around, I'm okay with that. He was in his character of Casey Jones. Why not wear the mask?
Well, Casey Jones is his name.
I know.
And he's a cop.
Okay.
So he wasn't really a vigilante yet.
Yeah, but...
It's laying the groundwork for him to become that.
Why would you not hide your face?
Because he's a cop. He doesn't have to hide his face.
He's beating up random bad guys. You're not supposed to do that as a cop.
Have you ever watched a cop show?
Cops? Bad boys.
Alright.
This one, how did it do with the box office?
$245, but it probably killed it in toy sales.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
And 38% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go to the lowest rated Rotten Tomatoes movie of the year, Suicide Squad.
I'm seriously disappointed in that. I know I'm on the super minority in this. I thought Suicide Squad was one of the best movies on that list.
Really?
Yep.
I think it's a good movie. I think the story, again, is really lacking. I heard someone was making a joke. I think it was Mr. Sunday Movies. That looks like when they decided to film the action scene, they said, all right, everybody just grab something, swing it, and Will Smith, you stand on top of this car and hold your wrist out, and we'll fill in the CGI later with all the bad guys, with all the blue guys. And it really does, like when he described it, I'm like, okay, that's totally how that looked.
I mean, you can only do so much with a movie like that, or like a Doctor Strange. I mean, I bet most of that movie was him just like, and then like just doing hand motions. I mean, you can only do so much with.
And there was only one action scene? Or 1.5?
There was one main action scene.
Joker was not in it at all, which is the big letdown.
I think they definitely advertised it wrong. I think they advertised it as a Joker heavy. Batman's going to be in it for quite a bit. Movie.
I don't think people thought Batman was.
I would have said at least 10 minutes for Batman. Out of an hour to 2 hour long movie, I would have said at least 10 minutes.
I think that would have been a lot because that would have really taken away. Because why would Batman be around the Suicide Squad?
Well, why would the Joker be around the Suicide Squad? I mean, the only reason would be Harley, but why is he going all over the place for that? Like, to me, that didn't make any sense. He's not a member of the Suicide Squad.
Well, I don't think. Did you know he wasn't going to be a member whenever you started watching the movie?
Yes.
I didn't know if he was or not.
Because to me, these are all sub characters, sub villains. They're not main villains. I mean, Killer Croc, main villain, but
Deadshot too.
Deadshot, but
Harley Quinn.
But to me, Joker is like he gets his own movie villain.
No, I think so too. I thought it was going to lay the groundwork for something different for Joker this time, because previous Jokers is one movie. At the end, he looks like he dies in every movie. So I thought they were trying to lay a little bit more groundwork for him to be more
around.
like, be around. I think it was more. This Joker to me seemed like it was coming. He was gonna be more like the Killing Joke Joker. Just like a sick, twisted guy.
Psychopath.
Yeah. And he was going to be infatuated with Harley Quinn and vice versa.
Yeah. It was... I thoroughly enjoyed it. Once again, there was moments where I laughed. There was moments where it kind of drug on to me in some aspects. But it was... You're trying to develop 6 different characters in one story or more. I mean, you have all the main characters. You have Amanda Waller. You have the Joker. I mean, Batman makes an appearance in it for the second time with Ben Affleck being Batman. It's like you have all these characters you're trying to develop while tell a story. It's like you can only do so much. That was, to me, that was a lot like TMNT 2, where you have so many characters you're trying to develop, but you can't stick to a coherent story. You're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I feel like they only developed 3 characters. They developed Joker a little bit, they developed Harley Quinn, and they developed Deadshot.
Yep.
Everybody else didn't get developed, which was fine. Because, I mean, I don't know that I really care. Well, and they did Rick Flag. They developed his love interest and built a little bit upon that. But everybody else, I didn't really care about what Slipknot story wise. I mean, other than 90s Steven Seagal.
90s Steven Seagal.
And that he died immediately. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, see, Boomerang to me, like...
He was funny.
He was funny, but
He was like the... I felt like he had a lot of the one-liners, and he broke the tension.
Yeah.
And the one that I struggled with was Killer Croc.
Mm-hmm.
As they didn't develop him at all.
Nope. Man, with him being as big of a villain as he is, in the comic book world, at least.
Well, I don't know. Is he a big Batman villain? I mean, he's not as big as the other ones they've done.
I think so.
Catwoman, maybe, and Joker for sure.
See,
You think he's bigger than Joker?
He's not bigger than the Joker. I was trying to think of like a Catwoman or something. I would say he's easily like a top 5, top 10 Batman villain. In my opinion, I think so.
I could see top 10.
I mean, because unless you get like a Ra's al Ghul, unless you get him in there, or like the League of Shadows, which he's a part of, or anything like that, it's like you got so many options, and he's a character in himself to kind of stand outish. I mean, look at the guy.
Yeah, he's got a skin disease, and they didn't even go into that. How he has skin disease that makes him look like that.
Yeah.
Diablo, they developed his character a little bit, only to let him die. Yeah. They developed him a lot at the end, and I was like, oh, good, he's going to live then. And then, no.
No. Sacrifice for his new family.
Yeah.
My familia. It's like, dude, we've known each other for like 7 hours. This is what are you talking about?
Right. But I am excited. I'm excited to see the extended cut and actually watch this movie again and see what I think. Because I've heard a lot of downplays on it, so I was really excited when it came out, and I liked it a lot when it came out. Great movie, I thought. But now that I've heard a little bit of negativity, I kind of can agree and relate to what they're saying as well.
Yeah, I can see that. How did it do in the box office?
It was the second weakest movie. 745.6 and 26% on Rotten Tomatoes. The worst movie.
Yeah. Worst comic book movie of the year.
Yep.
I see some bias in this, though.
DC?
The DC is 26% and 27%.
So if you add them together, they're still not as high as any of the Marvel movies.
Yeah. So I see some bias here. And I think they're both better than a 26 and 27% movie. Easily. At least get them into the upper 60s. A 27% is ridiculous.
Yeah, Civil War was 90, and then the next movie we're going to talk about is Doctor Strange. It was a 90 as well.
Yep.
And I think both of those are fitting.
I could see that. Yeah, Doctor Strange was a really good movie.
I can see that for Civil War as well.
For sure, a surprise.
Yeah, it was a lot. The CGI was amazing in this movie. Mm-hmm. Very happy with it. We just did a review on it, so we're not going to talk about it a lot. We just think episode before last.
It was like 19? I can double check.
Yeah, we just did it in November, so go check that out. We're not going to talk about it much. But let's go ahead. You got your order here?
I'm just going to kind of wing it off the top of my head.
Well, there's a list of them right here.
I know. I'm going to go down my list. You ready for this?
Okay, you got number 1, or are you going to start at number 6?
Let's start at number 6.
Okay, let me go. Maybe write these numbers here.
Why'd you do that?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm going to move them for you. So
Okay. Well, then why'd you do that?
Okay, number 6.
Number 6, I'm going to have to go with TMNT 2.
You have TMNT as number 6.
Yeah.
I can already tell our list is going to be way different.
I know.
Your list is going to be terrible. Okay, number 5.
Number 5, I'm going to go with Batman vs Superman.
I'm surprised you have it that low.
Even though I do like it, out of all these movies, you can't help it. You can't help it.
Okay.
Number 4, I'll probably go Deadpool. As much as I was on it, I was talking about it, and I like it. I'll probably go. Like I said, out of these movies, it's rough, dude.
There's no way you're gonna put Suicide Squad number 1.
No.
Okay.
Suicide Squad's number 3.
So as much as you hated Civil War, you're still putting it in your top 2?
Yes. Suicide Squad 3, not Doctor Strange. You moved the wrong one.
And you got Civil War #1.
We'll leave Civil War #1.
Really?
Yep.
As much
Civil
as you
War
hated
1,
on it.
Doctor Strange 2, Suicide Squad 3, Deadpool 4, Batman vs Superman 5, and TMNT 2 6.
Alright, let's see if I can come up with my list.
I mean, based off this list, there's really, like, to me, there's really no other way you could put it. I mean, you could swap a Batman vs Superman down to the very bottom, but to me, it was too good of a movie to do that. Granted, all I saw was the extended edition. I didn't see the
I think it's
showroom floor.
Right.
So it skewed me a little bit. I'm confident with my list. I'm happy with it.
Well, let me go ahead and start organizing my list as well. I'm gonna have Deadpool's #6.
Man.
This was an easy choice. It was to me it was by far the weakest story out of all the movies. Then we're gonna put a surprise. I'm gonna put Batman vs Superman as 5 as well.
Oh yeah, we're not too far off.
I'm gonna put Suicide Squad as #4.
No love for the DC movies. It's fine.
If I see it again, I might can move it up to. I might can move it up a little bit. I got Doctor Strange #3.
Okay.
I got TMNT #2.
Dang.
And Civil War #1.
Man.
Because for me, and my nostalgia, a little bias, TMNT movie was what I wanted to see in a Ninja Turtle movie. It had everything. If you watch an episode of Ninja Turtles, the cartoon series that I grew up watching, that was a live action version of an episode very dear and near to me. Or near and dear to me.
Dear and near to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
We weren't too far off. I mean,
I almost put Doctor Strange #2. If I'd have had any prior relations with Doctor Strange, it would have been #2.
yeah, having no experience at all with Doctor Strange.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm a big Superman fan. I'm a big Batman fan. It's like, but like I said, on this list, I don't think you can put it higher than that.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm not a big Superman fan or Batman fan necessarily. I like their movies, but
You like Batman? You like Superman 1?
I did watch Superman 1 recently.
Superman Returns?
I've seen that one as well. That one was terrible as well. So, we got about just a little bit left in the episode. We're going to talk about, we have a new segment. We don't have a name for it yet. Since we didn't do trivia today, we'll talk about this new segment. We're going to just talk about shows or comic books that we're reading or watching or something that we've watched recently.
Okay.
So what do you got? Anything you watched recently?
The main thing and the only thing that I've watched recently comic book related is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
So you haven't watched anything in the last week?
No. That's just because I started watching it because you said I should watch it just for show purposes. And I blew through 3 seasons in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I hauled through it.
Is your boss listening to this?
It hooked me. He could let's do it all at once.
Does he know you were watching it while you were working?
I don't watch a lot of it. I listen to it.
Oh, okay.
I have it playing in the background. Working on the computer, I can have. It's like I do YouTube videos. I have it playing in the background, and if it's
not thundering outside, is it? Really struggle lining.
And if it's interesting, I'll stop, rewind it, turn it back, and go from there. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to me is probably the best comic book related TV show out.
That's the only one. Oh, I guess you got Flash and Green Arrow.
Well, I'm counting Netflix too.
Oh, I don't think so. Then I have to 100% disagree.
Because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I couldn't put it down. Season 3 was a little rough at some parts, but it's okay. Season 4 thus far has been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It comes back tomorrow night. Tonight.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing our little day after show over Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Hopefully.
And
do our little review over that episode just because it's current. And like I said, I enjoy it.
It'll be something good on YouTube. Yeah, the first 2 or 3 episodes kind of slow this season. But you liked them. But the last few picked up pretty good.
Yeah, so that's what I haven't had a chance to watch any of the Flash or Green Arrow or Gotham or anything like that, just because you only have so much time in the day to watch some shows.
Yeah, and after Survivor and Gilmore Girls,
Gilmore Girls is only
and
4
Bachelor
episodes.
and Bachelorette, and
it's not on right now. Right now, it's Ben and Lauren.
I don't care. We're not going to get into that.
You
So you've been watching.
Ben is?
You've been watching Gilmore Girls on Netflix, I guess.
No, they did like a live thing. I think it's on the O channel or Owen or something like that.
Well, there's a new series, Gilmore Girls, on Netflix that just
it's only like 4 episodes.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of it, but I've heard a lot of it 'cause my wife's watching it.
I'm not watching it.
But they had like a whole
I don't want to talk about
Gilmore Girls
I don't
like
want to talk about it.
month long, like every hour, every day.
We're not talking
it's
about
just
Gilmore
one after
Girls.
the other.
We're not talking about Gilmore Girls.
You can't.
We can not talk about them.
But like some of the other shows, there's just so much to watch, and like I said, I got shows I watch with my wife and stuff like that, just because she wants to watch them, and I want to watch them. What's the correct answer here? Where I won't get in trouble.
So away from Gilmore Girls, I've been watching a few episodes of Wildcats.
Wildcats.
Yeah, it was a show we watched when we were kids. Well, you probably didn't watch it.
I might. Show me some pictures.
Let's see some images.
See what we got. Is it like the Thundercats?
No, it's the Wildcats. I think DC bought the rights to their comic.
It looks kind of familiar for some reason.
Yeah, they had some toys. I bought some of the toys. I had them when I was a kid. This is Maul. I can't remember. This is Grifter.
Grifter. I knew I recognized one of them. Yeah, I've seen that show. That's been a long time ago.
So it's on YouTube. You should check it out.
A little nostalgia there. As soon as I saw that guy's mask, man, I think I had that character.
I can't remember this guy's name. He's the villain.
Dormammu.
No.
He looks a lot like Dormammu in the video games. Marvel vs. Capcom. Dormammu's in that game, in case you were wondering.
Okay.
Well, it's a bit of information there.
Let's see. I can't remember her name. Xena? Not Xena.
Xena, is she the warrior princess?
What is her name? Zealot. That's her name.
Does she hang out with Hercules?
Zealot. That's her name. This is
pretty much the same thing.
Blade, I think is his name. No.
He's got finger claws. I remember this show, or maybe it was a comic. Like maybe I remember reading the comic.
Here's looks like a comic page.
Yeah, because isn't this guy like the leader?
Yeah, he's a cyborg.
I pointed at a picture that nobody can see but us.
There's 13 episodes in season 1. I'm thinking about. I think they're all on YouTube, so you can watch it for free. We should blur that out.
It's on
YouTube. But yeah, I've been watching this. I got through the first 3 episodes. They're shorter, 22 minutes long.
No commercials.
No commercials. Just an ad before the roll.
Man, yeah, that brings back some memories.
Yeah, I'm thinking about seeing if there's a comic for it. If I can get it, maybe buying the comic and reading it. It looks pretty good. I'm enjoying the show so far.
I wonder if they have it at least digitally. Maybe you could just do it there instead of trying to buy it and get like that #1 issue that's worth like thousands of dollars.
I doubt it's worth thousands of dollars.
Hey, collector's item. You never know.
But you know what? We can, if you want to, we can watch this series, and talk about it next week. It's really not going to be
a whole
current.
show.
Yeah, the whole show. But it's not going to be current for most of our our listeners. But
man, it definitely brings back some memories.
So I'm wondering what year did they come out with Halo?
2003. No, 2000 was whenever the game was released.
2001 was when the game was released.
Or whatever. But they had scrapped it because it was an RPG style. And they took it to a game show, and then they scrapped it and completely rebuilt it to a first-person shooter.
Because I was going to say is, I can't remember her name. This girl's name right here. Oh, what the heck is this?
They look like food.
Oh. But she's the computer AI.
Looks a lot like Cortana.
No, Cortana looks a lot like her.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So I wonder if they got the idea for that from this show. I've never seen a computer AI like this before. And she can transport them and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So maybe we can talk about this next week. Yeah. If you want to watch the show. I need to
load up the show and watch it. Just got to send me the links. Just send me the playlist or whatever. And
I haven't found a playlist. I've just been searching episodes.
Okay. See if I can find it.
Yeah, there's 13 episodes. And like I said, I'm going to try to find the comic. But so far, I've been really enjoying this.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it a look-see.
I got Maul. I had the toy mall.
Did you buy it? Like run out to eBay and buy it or something?
No, I had it.
You had it?
Yeah, it's on my kitchen table right now.
Okay.
I have Zealot as well.
Dang.
My brother had this guy. I can't remember what his name is. I want to say Blades, but I can't remember. Let's see if I can find their names.
Yeah, let's go to all. Go to all. We're gonna do this live, people.
Okay, let's do it live.
Wiki wild. Wild West. Jim Rest. Desperado. Wait, go up.
So it looks like there's... Oh, here we go. There's Spartan.
Okay.
Zealot. Voodoo. Voodoo is, I'm pretty sure, the computer AI.
Okay. She uses her voodoo.
No. Voodoo is the lady. She has this little magic power.
Okay.
Grifter. That's the guy that you said you like.
Yeah. I like his mask.
Maul's the guy I like. Warblade was his name.
Oh, Warblade.
Void is the computer AI.
Oh.
That's right. Void. She has the ability to see the future and teleport herself and others to anywhere on Earth due to her absorption of an orb of power. Then I guess Savant's team, I guess maybe that's another original team. So I guess there's a couple of teams here. But anyway, yeah, we're going to check we need to check out this
yeah, for sure, man.
And we'll definitely check out see if we can find a comic about it, cuz this was something so far I could say it's not that bad. It's pretty good.
So it holds up.
I would say it holds up.
It doesn't have the 2000s animation, but the hand drawn work still looks good.
Yeah, it still looks good, okay. And it's got a pretty good story so far. I mean, it's going to probably get repetitive like Ninja Turtles, where the villains almost lose, and then the last minute they always win.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah, I'll try. I'll check it out for the next show.
But yeah, we'll definitely. And it was written, or the superhero team was created by American comic book artist. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Jim Lee.
Is this Stan's brother?
I don't know. And writer Brandon Choi. Or Chow, however you say his name.
I'm going to say it's Stan's brother.
I think DC bought the comic.
They own the rights to it?
Because it became out under Windstorm Universe. And... Yep, sold to DC Comics.
There you go. So DC owns them.
Yep.
Maybe we could see them on the big screen for
It would be really cool to see another... Well, we won't see them on the big screen. It'd be cool to see another series.
Why not?
Netflix needs to do this series.
Oh, like a Voltron.
Yes. Except better.
Except better.
Except
no transformations that last 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's no transformations that last 2 minutes. But yeah, I enjoyed this. So...
Yeah, we'll definitely give it a look. I like this idea for our what we're watching, what we're reading.
Yeah,
what's going on.
You know, we can start doing too if you want to throw another video out there. We can start doing the. I got the Marvel Avengers cartoon and Spider-Man cartoon that records every weekend.
Do you have all of them?
Yes.
From season 1.
Season 1, yes.
Episode 1.
Yep. I got them all now.
Got them all.
Got them all. Caught them all. Pokemon.
Pokemon.
So, I think that's going to wrap up this episode.
Okay, sounds good, guy.
You can find us on Twitter.
At New Comic Fans. Or send us an email using...
newcomicfans@gmail.com. That's it. We nailed it.
Yeah, or podcast. You can find us anywhere there's a podcast available. iTunes.
Android Marketplace.
Yeah.
Wherever you can.
Wherever podcasts reach.
If you go to any computer... You just download this podcast.
Yeah.
And let it play.
Simple as that.
People will probably not love this episode.
No, they're going to absolutely love this episode.
Oh, they'll probably love this episode.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, personal opinions that might disagree with your own. How could you not love that?
Yes. And it's about comic books.
Comic book movies.
So, thanks again for listening, guys.
And we'll see you guys later. 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 We'll see you guys later.